Chapter 13 on the brain. Well, this is the perfect place for us to understand our intellectual faculties that we have resident in our conscious mind. So here again, once more, is the stick person, as you can see on the side here. But the fact is that these 6 intellectual faculties are here for us to bridge the gap between the spiritual within us and our physical body and our physical world. We have to understand that we have these intellectual faculties to help us decipher the differences of thoughts and things that are coming at us everywhere from every place around us in our physical world, so that we can stop and make sense of that all and only allow in those things that are going to help us move forward towards our goals. So, like it says at the top of the page here, Bob Proctor says, if we want to be in control of the results we get in life, we must live from the inside out. So living from the inside out is going within and knowing that we have the strength and the capabilities and the possibilities and the potential within us to do anything that we want. But in order to do that, we must be disciplined in our mind. Self-discipline is giving yourself a command and following it. We must be disciplined within our minds to use these intellectual faculties so that we can keep all the junk out. Mental junk, as Price Pritchett calls it. So many of our limitations, well, all of our limitations are built on mental junk, and we want to keep that junk out. So that is what these 6 intellectual faculties are for, and let's go through them one by one. Perception is our point of view of something, and our perception is limited by the programming that we have automatically within our subconscious mind. So if we are programmed to only earn $20,000 a year, then our perception will be limited to a person who earns only $20,000 a year, unless and until we open up our minds to a different perception, to look at our situation from another's point of view. And that's why it's important to mix with people who have different opinions and different statuses within our lives, to statuses that we aspire to in different aspects of our lives, so that we can use their point of view, their perception, to shift our own. Every person has a different perception of everything. That's why opinions don't matter. It's because, and Napoleon Hill talks about that all throughout this entire book, is that don't listen to the opinions of others, right? Unless and until you want that opinion. So you have to be very discerning as to whose opinion you entertain. So if you are stuck in any realm of your life, try shifting your perception and see if you can look at it from somebody else's point of view. The next one is the will. And the will is our ability to focus on one thing. In fact, it's our ability to focus on our goal and concentrate on our goal and bring all of our attention to it. The more we concentrate on it, the more it concentrates into form. So our will is something that needs to be developed. And this day and age, we have so much information coming at us from all different places, from our phones, from our TVs, from our computers, from outside, from everywhere, right? It's up to us to decide that, no, I'm going to focus on this. No, I'm going to focus on my goal. I'm going to focus here. You get to choose what you focus on. And by really honing in on your will and focusing on that, you will be able to begin to focus on anything. So we have in Magnet 30, Develop My Will Challenge, and it's all about developing your will and beginning to focus on what it is that you want to focus on without any distractions, okay? Reason is your ability to think. We are gifted with reason. This power flowing to and through us gives us our ability to think. We are the only creatures, human beings, as far as we know, who can actually reason through something, right? All the other creatures react with instinct. But we are here and we have the ability, the gift to think. So we get to decide what it is we want to think about. So I like to think of our conscious mind as a little helmet for our subconscious mind, because we know that our subconscious mind is a garden and we only want to plant the seeds that we want to grow. So I think of our conscious mind, our reasoning mind, as a little helmet. So when things come in that we don't want, we let them bounce off, but we allow the things that will help us to come in. Then we have imagination. Imagination is directly related to creation, right? It's the first step in the creative process. If you can remember back to our stick person from the last chapter, imagination is what gives us the ability to create the world that we want to live in. Everything in this world was once a thought in the mind. And then from thought, it became a thing. Think of the first chair. Somebody thought, oh, I don't want to sit on the ground anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to sit up higher off the ground? Ooh, and have a back. And all of a sudden, they began imagining what a chair would be like. And that became a chair. So we have to understand that imagination, which tends to be taught out of us in school, we need to bring that back into our lives and we need to relish it. We need to be able to be happy with the fact that we have an imagination. We need to use it and we need to use it to our full advantage. So start imagining awesome things. Then we have memory. Memory is something that we tend to use to our detriment, right? We remember sad things, we remember the good old days, but we're living in the past when we use that memory. So I challenge you to use memory in a different way. Think of memory as creating new neural pathways. So if you create an image of what you want in your mind and you come back to it day after day, you're creating a memory in there. Oh, I remember that's my goal. I remember my goal. Remember your goal. And then you will begin to create those neural pathways needed for your goal to transpire. Also, there's no such thing as a bad memory. So memory in the regular context, so many people think, oh, I'm so bad with names. Well, stop telling yourself you're bad with names. Know that you have a perfect memory and expect your memory to recall the names. You have to begin to use your memory in the best way possible. And then we have intuition. And intuition is our ability to talk with and to communicate with infinite intelligence. It's what I tell kids when I'm working with kids. I tell them it's your conscience, right? It's this little small voice telling you to do this or go there or do that. Our intuition is quiet and it's only going to be as loud as we're willing to hear. So we need to quiet our minds and we need to be receptive to this still small voice within us. Napoleon Hill calls it our sixth sense. We're going to talk about that in the next chapter, and quieting our mind with meditation to clear the way for intuition to happen. So intuition really just taps into the energy that's all around us and within us so that we can receive messages so we can move forward towards our goals. I hope this helps you with your intellectual faculties and the idea around them. These are incredible gifts that we have within us that if we use them to our advantage, we can really, truly shine.